We're here to do an official deck tech um, on our Kruphix deck. Played a few games with it. People complain when you cast Time Stretch with Cast Through Time and Play, but how many times do you see this card played? It's so good. Um, Pretty much 38 lands down here at the bottom. um, we got a couple utility lands: Cradle, Deserted Temple, Mikakoro to draw cards, um, just a little bit of ramp, Vasuva to copy like any Cabal Coffers or anything, and then Mana Crypt. But I mean, pretty much it's just fetch lands, the few dual lands that we can run, Command Tower. There is a Nykthos, because Nykthos, we have a lot of colored mana in our permanents. Um, yeah. So pretty much the goal of the deck is you want to ramp out into Kruphix, who lets you store any unused mana as it empties from your pool, but it becomes colorless instead. So, if you have like 6 green mana floating at the end of your turn, or if you're floating it all at the end of your opponent's turn before your turn, it all just turns into colorless. So that is a little bit of a drawback, but what's good to use colorless mana with? X spells, Genesis Wave, Mind Spring, Blue Sun Zenith, Stroke of Genius. All these things are really good to abuse. I mean, you draw a bunch of cards, or G-Wave for, the last game I played, I G-Wave for 20, and it was more than enough. Like, I hit Cast Through Time, Eternal Witness, had a Voron Collects out, and the Dictative Karametra, so I was able to get the time stretch back, cast it on myself. On the rebound, on my first extra turn, I cast it targeting my partner. We were in Two-Headed Giant, so then they complained, and so I killed him with a 4,000 power Chameleon Colossus. Other fun things, well, we have Quarter Calling to go get whatever creature we need, which would normally probably be like a Prophet or a Seedborn, but I could see some cases for like a Avenger of Zendikar. And then we have a one lonely Hydra, because flashing him in with all your unused mana at the end of your opponent's turn, and then having like doubling all the counters, that's fun times too. And I have even killed someone with a Biomass Mutation for 30. I had Avenger out with all my little 0/1 tokens and turned them all into 30/31s. And so that was neat. So these are what you mainly abuse your big mana on, or your colorless mana. The rest of the deck: Exploration, Soul Ring, Nature's Lore, Dublin Cube. I haven't got this into play yet, but it seems very good. Just keep doubling your colorless mana. Raphellos, couple ramp spells, and a Howling Mind effect. If I'm playing Kruphix and her Prophet, I have to be playing or using the Dictative Kruphix. Run a couple counter spells: Cryptic, Rewind, Force, and Mana Drain. And then Venser's kind of a 5th counter. All just depends. Main win con: Chameleon Colossus, or just smashing with a bunch of biomassed creatures. Now, as far as abusing this cast through time, yeah, it sucks with the counter spells except for Cryptic. You get double use out of all your ramp spells. You get to rebound your Rite of Replications, your briberies. There's only 2 time walks in the deck. There's a capture and a time stretch. So I didn't go overboard on those. But I've never cast the time stretch before, and I figured this would be the deck to try it in. Couple planeswalkers that double as card drawers, your untappers, mono blue hate. Make sure you get to resolve your stuff. Another card draw, stolen identity with rebound and conspire is awesome. And time spiral is also awesome. Just getting to cast it twice. And then especially since you can just float 6 mana on the rebound and then untap it and it stays with Kruphix. Then we have like Blatant Thievery. Blatant Thievery rebounded is pretty fun, as is Boundless Realms, Knowledge Exploitation, Tooth and Nail. I don't know if you get to cast the Entwine on like the Tooth and Nail and the Rite of Replication because I'm off the rebound, or whether you just have to pay the colorless to actually do the Entwine. So I'm sure we'll learn one day. Then another cool enchantment, Thought Reflection. It was just something huge mana cost. If it lives, you get to draw a couple extra cards. Then we have Avenger, Diluvian Primordial. In case they counter everything or kill everything, we can get it all back. Craterhoof and Vorinclex. Vorinclex is, he's one of those cards I don't really like running him. Like if he was just a one-sided effect, like land you control, add an additional mana, and he didn't mess with everyone else's land, that would be fine. But I really don't like just locking people out of the game unless they're being dicks. But occasionally I will drop a Vorinclex. Then we have Omniscience, just because if we're running big mana nonsense, we're gonna have Omniscience. Kozilek and Ulamog give you ways to just use your colorless mana. And then there's the time stretch. So far I think we've lost 1 game, and we're on the verge of losing another last night before the server started freezing up. But yeah, we've lost 1 for sure. Yeah, I think it's the other one I recorded that will be coming up here today. We didn't lose, but I mean we were dead. There was nothing that was going on. We were playing up against like Rune and stuff. But yeah, overall the deck's pretty fun. People scoop to time stretch or at least complain about it. Yeah, that's it. Let me know what y'all think. And thanks for watching.